Okay, so watch this video and watch it all the way through, y'all. Okay, I know that a lot of us, this social media age has made us have this ADD type thing and just attention. We can't stay focused. Watch it for the whole way through, okay? And then I'm gonna come back and give my take on this.
So tell me, out of everything you've ever done, what's the craziest experience you've ever had?
That's easy. Earth.
Earth? You went to Earth?
I did.
No way. You were a human?
I was.
Wow. Are the stories about Earth true? Were they really trapped on Earth?
Some were. I know because I was one of the volunteers.
Wait a second. You volunteered to go to Earth?
I did. I had to. I had family trapped on Earth.
But how could you get trapped on Earth?
You had to be there to understand. On Earth, you wouldn't remember anything.
What do you mean you wouldn't remember anything?
I mean, you would have no memory of anything. You wouldn't even remember existing before Earth.
What? How is that possible?
It was designed that way. It was brilliant. To dive as deeply as possible into such ignorance, such darkness, and still find your way back to remembering who you were, that took true mastery.
Wow. I still can't believe you went to Earth. Tell me more.
Well, Earth had its own set of laws that everyone agreed to experience, like gravity. What goes up must come down, like linear time. Day is followed by night.
Time? What's time?
You know how when we think of something it manifests instantly? Well, on Earth there was a delay. The delay is what made Earth so difficult.
Interesting. Time. So tell me more.
Before going to Earth, you would choose your family, whether you wanted to be male or female, what race you wanted to be, the location on the planet, things like that.
Oh, so you could choose your own character.
Exactly. You would enter the Earth as a baby and be completely dependent on others to teach you the rules. But since nobody could remember the rules, they made up their own rules, based on fear and giving your power away to others.
That doesn't sound like much fun.
It wasn't for everyone.
What'd you do while portions of you were on Earth?
I watched them. It was pretty funny.
What was so funny?
Here were these magnificent beings, playing the most unique and cutting-edge experience in the universe, and they were clueless. I tried to guide them as much as possible.
Wait a second. You could communicate with them?
Yes, but they couldn't hear me. I would show them synchronicities, or send them impulses to help guide them, but they couldn't see the signs.
Why not?
They didn't trust themselves.
So is that why they sent out a call for help?
Exactly.
Is that when you went?
No, I didn't go until later. The first volunteers, they had it the worst.
What do you mean, had it the worst?
Well, they killed them.
What?
They killed the volunteers.
They killed them?
Those on Earth couldn't understand what the volunteers were telling them. The idea that they were equal to the volunteers scared them.
What were they telling them?
Common sense stuff like, all the answers you seek are inside you. Everything I can do, you can do and more.
So they killed them?
And then they twisted the volunteers' message and created even more fear.
What do you mean, more fear?
Like the message, God is inside you, was turned into, you are separate from God. The message, all the answers you seek are inside you, was twisted into, you can't trust yourself.
And they believed it?
It was out of control.
How could they believe that?
You had to be there to understand. Did you know they actually believed that they were the only intelligent life in the universe?
Now that's funny.
Pretty crazy, I know.
So then what happened?
The designers knew Earth was going to enter a section of the galaxy that humans had never experienced before. A section filled with a frequency that might be able to reconnect the human's DNA.
What was wrong with their DNA?
It didn't work anymore. The thing is, their DNA was how they connected with their higher self.
So that's why your incarnations couldn't hear you.
Exactly. But there was a catch with the new plan. Only those incarnated on Earth could tune in to these new frequencies.
Oh, so they needed more volunteers.
Yes, but this time they were taking no chances. To pull this off, they needed millions in the physical form, wired and ready to attune to these frequencies.
Are these the 21st century humans that all the stories are about?
Yep, we volunteered from every corner of the universe to help the humans wake up.
What did the volunteers have to do once they got there?
We had to wake ourselves up, attune to these frequencies, and spread them to the rest of the planet.
That sounds impossible.
Most of those watching the Earth experiment didn't think we could pull it off.
So, what happened when you got to Earth?
Once on Earth, we were taught the same fear-based beliefs that had been handed down for eons. We lived just like everyone else, totally clueless to who we were and what was getting ready to happen. But as soon as the Earth entered this cloud of frequencies, we started to question everything. And one by one, we started to wake up.
So the plan was working.
It was. The more we trusted ourselves, the quicker we reconnected. And the faster we started to remember what was happening. And since we were spread out evenly all around the planet's frequency began to rise quickly.
What happened when the planet's frequency began to rise?
The humans' experience of time began speeding up. They started manifesting their beliefs faster and faster. Those consumed with fear created even more fear, and eventually Earth just spun out of control.
What do you mean, spun out of control?
These low-frequency beliefs that had controlled the human experience for eons could no longer exist, so they began to self-destruct, and the world fell into complete chaos.
That sounds terrifying.
It was for those living in fear, but for us volunteers, we all knew it was the end of the old energy and the beginning of the new.
So then what happened?
A tipping point was reached in our awakening, and we created a new Earth.
A new Earth? What happened to the old Earth?
It continued on, allowing those who could not let go of their fears to play out their lessons. But for us, we created a new Earth that matched our higher frequency. And as easy as that, all the fear-based beliefs simply fell away. In an instant, we remembered who we were. We knew we were all connected, and we stopped hurting each other. We started respecting each other, started loving each other. We took back our power to create, and we created a new Earth without fear.
Wow, so the legends are true. What an incredible experience that must have been. Nice work.
Thanks.
That video was amazing. And I was like, yes! Like, it's so amazing, and it resonates, and it's so freaking true. You know, those of us that are chosen, or we volunteered to be here during this time, you know it. You know that you're different. You know that you're not like everybody else, and you never have been. You never got with the system. You never understood it. You didn't get school. You were like, what the fuck? Why am I here? What is this shit? I almost dropped. I seriously was like gonna drop out of second grade. Like, for real, for real. I hated school. I was so bored. I never understood the system. I never understood voting. I just didn't get with it. And it's because I'm a volunteer. And many of you are volunteers. Okay? And actually, if you come across this video, if you even resonate with me in any way, it's because you are a chosen one. You are a volunteer. I'm here as an activator. My gift is, we all have gifts and we all have superpowers. Literally, we all have higher dimensional gifts that we're here with to help shift and raise the vibration. So for me, I have many gifts, but one of my main gifts is I'm an activator of other volunteers. So I pretty much activate y'all to remember who you are, guide you through your healing and your reprogramming, your unlearning and relearning, and your reprogramming, and then help you to pretty much get back in tune with your gifts and be confident in your gifts. All right. I'm an activator. Some of you may be, activators, or you may be watchers. You know, there's, we all have different gifts, we all have different purposes, and it's all for the purpose of raising the frequency and the consciousness of this planet. Okay, because Earth is a very, 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 it's the hardest planet to be on. This shit is fucking hard to be on. It's the hardest. I'm telling you, in other galaxies and other dimensions, it's not like this at all. At all. And y'all are probably like, how does she know that? How would you know that it's not like that? Because once you, and I took notes of the things that they were saying, and I'm going to hit on it. But one thing that she said in that video was their DNA didn't work anymore. See, I get questions all the time. How do you know this? Where did you get all this, this information? It's in my DNA. It's in your DNA. DNA is information. Okay? But what they do in this game, okay, the creators of this shit, the people that the elite, the darkness, okay, what they do is they create systems within this system that take you away from you. And it literally strips at your DNA. Okay, so this is why we say, like, there's bots. There's people that are bots. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not just saying that. Bots are truly robots. They're robots, and that's what they want. They want to create, they want us to become this AI, an artificial intelligence. They want to get rid of humanity, and they want to make robots and slaves for themselves. So they have social, they're slowly but surely putting these little things out, okay, that are literally pulling away at your freaking brain. Like, people don't think anymore. It's very, very, very rare to come across a person who uses their brains, who thinks, who uses their creative thoughts. Because so many people are programmed, and that's what they want. And their DNA doesn't work anymore. So when you begin to, those of us chosen ones, those of us volunteers, you know, the gods and goddesses of the earth or whatever, when you start to go through your process, because like she said, we all go through this. We all have to go through the state of amnesia. All right. You forget who you are. Literally, the purpose, the one of the main rules of this game is you have to forget who you are, and you forget everything prior to coming and reincarnating here. You forget everything. You think you're just out here, you know, you have your parents, you have a religion, you have your school, you have your this, you have your that. So you think you're just in this system, and life is living you, and you're not really living life. And I had to go through it. I had to go through my collapse of reality. I had to go through all of my, you know, shit and the unlearning and the relearning. And then naturally what starts to happen is your DNA gets activated, and you literally begin to remember. You remember. This is why I remember who I am. I remember, oh my gosh, I've volunteered this shit many times before. I remember I have past life memories of being martyred, literally being martyred by my own people, because like she said, the first volunteer, literally, that I went through that shit. Okay? Your soul takes on different bodies, but it's ancient. And if you're a soul that is, you know, within other galaxies or whatever dimensions, you're interdimensional, you choose to go into different bodies and different situations in order to, you know, learn and progress and help the people learn and progress, you know. So but like I said, as you begin to heal and you begin to reprogram and you begin to unlock your DNA, that's pretty much what that means, to unlock your DNA. It's to remember who you really are. And anyone who can go through this and remember is a true master. You are a master. If you are remembering who you are and you are coming into the knowledge of truth of your divine self, you are not this body. You are the consciousness within this body. You are not your name. You have a name. You have a name. You have a body. You see how that takes on a whole new meaning when you realize this is not what this is, but is rather something that you have, that you are using right now during this time. And I truly believe we can choose if we want to remain in these bodies within this DNA upgrade. We can choose. This is why they're trying so hard to, pretty much kill off everybody and make your consciousness believe that you die and all these things, because they don't want you to remember who you are and become immortal. They don't want that. They don't want that. All right. So this is the agreement to come in here. You have to forget who you are. The amnesia. You forget who you are before Earth. You literally think like all there is this, and you literally forget. You forget. Okay. And then when you remember, or you activate your DNA, you unlock that information. Then you remember, you're like, oh my God, you start having these past lives and pictures start coming to you, and you're like, oh shit, that's me. Then you read and you research and you get more information, and you just ask your DNA. Your veins start like popping up more and shit. You ask your DNA, like, I need answers. Who was I before this? Ask and you will find. Seek and you will find. Ask and the answer will be given to you. And we come down into this state of ignorance and literally just forgetfulness, and you come back into the memory of who you are, and that is true mastery. It takes true mastery for you to realize that this physical existence is like nothing. It's all about spirit. It's all about beyond metaphysical, your consciousness. Okay, and then yes, like she said, in other dimensions and other galaxies, we manifest super fast. Like you think it and you're there. Okay, so now like she said with Earth and what's happening with the planet, time, y'all are noticing this. Time is speeding up. Time is going so fucking fast. Many of you are coming into manifestations. It's the consciousness of this planet shifting. We're coming into higher consciousness. And the powers that be, they are so terrified of this, because they know that the more that these people remember, the less control we have over them. So they're coming out with more and more things to keep you distracted and to keep you just lost and just in bot land, and you're not able to resonate with truth or align yourself with truth because you're so distracted. Okay, so this is why back to the time, this is why time is speeding up, and this is why our manifestations are coming faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. It's because we're shifting. The planet is shifting, and like she said, the fear in things, and people are just what's gonna happen to the old Earth? I said this, remember, the Earth split. I made a video, it's a few videos down, several videos down, about the Earth split. Go watch that. Okay, so those on the old Earth, they're going to have to keep playing out their fears. They're going to have to keep looping their fears. This is why, listen, if you come across this video, listen to me, and you resonate with what I'm saying, listen, you need to stop watching that news. You need to take a break from social media or limit your scrolling. You need to really get out in nature, and you need to tap into yourself, okay? Because what's going to happen is the Earth is literally that old Earth is spinning out of control, literally. And everybody on that old Earth, they're going to keep playing out their fears. That's why they keep promoting fear. They're putting that in y'all's minds constantly. You're going to keep playing out your fears and staying in that loop. It's hell. It's hell. It's about to get really, really bad. Really bad. Okay? Like, yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. All right? Okay, so the rules, like, they have, like there's she said, like, the powers that be created these rules and these fake ideas in order to control the people. So we give our power away. We willingly give our power away. So it's not like there's like these people that we have to fight, these evil ass people that we have to fight. It's nothing that you have to fight but you. It's you. Okay? The programming is there, but you don't have to choose to subject yourself to the dark, evil ass programming. You choose to. You willingly choose to give your power away to these people. No one is coming up to you and gonna get a gun and shoot your head brains out. Nobody's gonna do that if you don't do what they say. No one's doing that. It's you. You pull the trigger. You hold the gun. You do it all. They literally make it to where you are the one that's willingly choosing to participate in their system. And it is a system designed for your destruction because it takes away your power. You are the power. You are the power. Biden, Trump, blah, 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 blah. They are not the power of your life. You are the power. You are. Okay? Like she said, they didn't trust themselves. So, like, certain people can't hear you. This is so true, y'all. Like, it's gotten to the point with me to where people can't even get to my page. People can't get to my website. People can't get to my page. People can't get my products. If you're not on this frequency, you won't be able to come to me. You won't be able to hear me. You won't even be able to be around me. It won't happen. It can't. Because you're not ready. You're not ready for this, for that frequency, for this knowledge. Does that make sense? So, like, and same with you. You'll start to notice that as you start to ascend and evolve and grow in your consciousness, you'll notice that, the same people that used to, like, follow you or watch all your posts and things, they'll disappear. They'll freaking disappear. And then there'll be more people that think like you popping up. And you're like, oh, where did this come from? It's because they literally cannot be in the same, they're not on the same vibration of you. They can't see you. People ask me all the time, why aren't you famous? Your voice, you need to be famous. Da, 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 da. You're such a charismatic guy. All the time. I'm telling you, I'm hidden. I was hidden for a reason. Okay? Literally. And now that consciousness is shifting, it's safe for me to come out, okay, and to be exposed. But I was hidden because it's a frequency. It's a frequency, and it's the same thing with you. It's the same thing with you. But now we're coming into a time where the chosen, we will no longer be hidden. We are going to be on the forefront. We will be the first. The last will be first. And it's okay. It's going to be safe. There will be no more martyring us. They can't martyr us anymore. Who's going to do it? Consciousness is shifting. The bots are going to be in the old earth. They can't even come around. This is our planet. The meek shall inherit the earth. Okay? Oh, and I love how they said, like, the first set of volunteers and how they twisted the message of the volunteers. Okay, so we obviously know she's talking about Asar, Yeshua, Haru, whatever you want to call him, Buddha, whatever. They twisted his message. They twisted the message. And simple things, like, it's all within you. The kingdom is within you. God is within you. The answers lie within you. That's so simple. But people can't comprehend it. And because they can't comprehend it, they attack it. And they attack the person in which it comes from. That's so true. I'm telling you, like, we used to get fucked the fuck up for this shit. Seriously. Those of us shamans, light workers, we used to get fucked up. Burned at the stake. betrayed, beheaded. We went through a lot, but we came back. And we chose to come back. We really do love humanity. Now, there's this, when it comes to being chosen, there's like this love-hate relationship with humans. Like, it's like you love humans so much. Like, I love humans. I love humanity. I love my people so much. But then there's also this, like, I can't stand you niggas. It's like this love-hate thing. And it's like, you get so irritated because it's like, man, why are people so just, like, people just messed up, just do stupid shit? Why can't we come up? Just come up. Just ascend. But then there's also this unconditional love. Like, you love humanity. That's how you know you're chosen. If it's like this love-hate. But I love that video, y'all. And I'm sending you all peace, love, and light. And just keep that at the forefront of your mind. This is all an experience. And those of us that are chosen, we're here at this time for a specific reason. And it's very powerful. Very, very powerful. And eye has not seen it, ear has not heard what's about to happen. 144,000, stand up, baby. Chosen ones, stand up. Anunnaki descendants, stand up. Star Seeds, stand up. This is Lightworker Nation, baby. Lightworker Nation. We're here and we're back and we're rising. Bye.